We're all waiting for Diablo Immortal and cannot wait much longer, but what if the game is not what we're expecting? What if the game is not very good? What is up, my friends? My name is Echo and welcome back to the channel ECHO Gaming Diablo, where I cover Diablo Immortal and anything related to Diablo Immortal for you guys that are anxiously waiting for the game to release. And today we're diving into the comments section from my last video and we're discussing a topic that was brought up that I thought was really valuable. Before we get into it though, guys, make sure you sub the channel and ring the bell for regular Diablo Immortal information, news, guides, etc. So the comment is from Mr. QWERTY, and he says, imagine that Diablo Immortal isn't the game that you expected. It has microtransactions, cash grabs on everything, cosmetics, power, equipment, etc., grinding 24/7, a boring daily routine, and many other issues like lagging, maintenance, and stuff like that. Would you still play the game? Thank you, Mr. QWERTY, for your comment. He's always in the comment section of my videos. So much love and thank you for that support. So we're going to get into all of this. But before I do, I want to let you guys know, I want to remind you that I did play Diablo Immortal at 2019 BlizzCon. And while there, I fell in love with the game. Enough so to create a YouTube channel, making videos for a year, over 100 videos for a game that's not even yet out. If I didn't feel that the game was going to be amazing and do really well, I would have never have made this year-long investment into creating content for the game. So, I don't think any of those things are going to be inside of Diablo Immortal, but let's sit back and think about it if they actually were. Would the game be ruined and would we play it? So we're going to start out by asking you guys, and I may come back to these comments and see a little bit of a video or put something together discussing what you guys think, what you guys would do. I think that could be kind of fun. So if you guys guessed that I was getting an arcade machine inside of my studio, you would be correct. Space Invaders from 1979, a classic. My kids are enjoying playing it and it's great to have it in the studio. I just wanted to share it with you because I had mentioned it in a previous video. So first of all, go down below and after you subscribe and hit the thumbs up button, let me know if you would play Diablo Immortal still. If all of the negativity, if all of the power, the cash grab, and the grind came to the game that people just don't like inside of mobile games. Again, I don't think that stuff is happening. But now let's talk about me. What would I do as a gamer, as a fan, and as a content creator for Diablo Immortal? What would I do if all of these negative things happen? So, first of all, it all depends on a few things. One, if I enjoy the gameplay. So let's assume that I love the Diablo Immortal gameplay, which I do. I already know this because I've played it. If all of this negative stuff came, there were microtransactions, there were, which aren't the worst thing depending on how they're done, paying for power, a daily grind that's just overwhelming. If all of that stuff were there, the stuff that I don't like, but I loved the gameplay, the answer is yes, I would still play Diablo Immortal because I've already made the investment into this channel. I'm not willing to just give up on it now, especially if I love the gameplay. Now, let me give you an example of this from my main channel, my ECHO Gaming channel. For one whole year, I was sponsored on that channel to create content for Rise of Kingdoms. It's a power-based war game, very different from Clash of Clans, which I was also putting daily videos out for at the same time. So yeah, I was putting out 2 videos a day on that channel for nearly a year, guys. It was insane. But because of this contract, I was working with Rise of Kingdoms. I was getting paid to work with them and to play the game and to share that content with you guys on the channel. Now, the reason why this worked was I really enjoyed the game. It was a lot of fun, and I enjoyed the grind of the game. But the game was 100% pay to win. The game would have a daily grind every morning. It would take me about 10 minutes to get through the grind just so I can then get into the depths of the game and play the stuff that I loved. It also was, you know, the more money you pay, the more likely you are to win. You'd be paying for power. You'd be gaining power from paying money. And that is exactly what we don't want to see in Diablo Immortal. But I bring this point up because I still enjoyed the game. Even though it had those nasty mobile gaming elements to it that everyone kind of associates with mobile games right now, even though those are also part of PC games that are free to play. Even though all those negative elements were there, I still really enjoyed playing the game. I still really liked it, and I was happy to create content for it because the game was good, but it was pay to win. So if Diablo Immortal, bringing this full circle here, if Diablo Immortal went the worst of pay to win strategies and I still love the gameplay, yes, I would still play it, and I would still enjoy the game, although I wouldn't be happy that those elements were in it. Now, the only way that I would stop playing Diablo Immortal is if I didn't enjoy the game. And this is more of a blanket statement. It goes across all content creation. If I don't like a game that I'm covering on my YouTube channel, I mean, this is my full-time job, guys. This is how I make a living. This is how I pay my mortgage, support my family, through YouTube content creation. If I didn't enjoy the games that I was bringing to you, I couldn't keep playing them. It just wouldn't make me happy. It wouldn't be an enjoyable thing for me to do as a living. This is no longer a hobby for me. This is now real life. This is what, gets me through the day-to-day. So if Diablo Immortal came out and something happened, they changed everything, and I just hated the game, then I would not play it anymore. Even if it didn't have those pay-to-win elements, if I didn't enjoy playing, I would stop. And I would convert this channel into another game, some other dungeon crawler or something that I would enjoy. But I'm going to tell you guys this right now. When I played Diablo Immortal at BlizzCon 2019, it was the best action RPG game I had ever played on mobile. Not only is it the best action RPG game I've ever played on mobile, it's the best game I've ever played on mobile. The game is just straight up incredible. It's going to shock all of you once you get your hands on it, how good it is. So I 99.999% doubt that they would ever change that amazing gaming experience that we all got to experience at BlizzCon 2019. If you were there, if you got to experience it for yourself, I highly doubt that any of the gameplay or the mechanics has changed that much for me to go from loving it to not liking it enough to actually play on a daily basis. So I think we're safe there. Diablo Immortal's gameplay is going to be OP, incredible, amazing, and something that you are going to fall in love with. And I really doubt that they're going to go with the pay-to-win elements. I really doubt it's going to be a laggy game. The amount of time they're investing into this, the chances that the game were to be released and have all tech issues are slim to none, which means it's not going to happen. Maybe day one. A lot of games launching on day one, they have some tech issues, but I don't even think that's going to be the case here. Blizzard does it right. They're veterans at this. They make AAA titles, and Diablo Immortal is just that. It's a AAA title just on a new platform. That's it. It's all said right there for you guys. So again, I reach back and I say, what are you guys going to do? If the game is amazing and you love it, but it has the pay-to-win elements that you hate, would you still play it because you like the gameplay? Or does the pay-to-win, is that like a game changer for you? Is that an end-all? Now, something you need to remember about pay-to-win is you could also play for fun, right? You could play to just enjoy the game. You don't need to be the best in the game. You don't need to be on the esports scene. You don't need to be #1 in Diablo Immortal. Even if it's the worst of pay to win, you could still play for free and just enjoy the game for what it is and for the experience that you can have as a free-to-play player. It's always worth considering that too. No one is forcing you to pay for the game unless if it's not a free-to-play game. If you go buy Diablo 3, you have to pay for the game. There's no other way. You have to buy it. This whole strategy, it's a different method towards monetization, works really good for the companies, and it enables to have free-to-play players, opening up a wider and broader audience and player base for the game. So the question's on you guys. What would you do? I want to see you sounding off in the comments section. I'll be sure to be there and hang out with you in the comments. Give a little bit of love to the Space Invaders arcade machine. I love it. Great addition to the studio. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Check out this one before you go, and be good.